Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to part two of First and 10, the subject matter, calm yourself down. Okay? Now, I'm going to go over a bit of what I talked about in the episode one, so you won't feel short at all. I'm going to probably rinse and repeat everything that was said in that respect. So I don't want to talk my time away. Coach Garrison, certified life coach, certified mediator, nationally certified mediator. Spent quite a bit of time with the court system resolving and allowing people to resolve their own issues. I didn't resolve anybody's issues, okay? I was just a conduit. So been in a lot of crisis management. So that's pretty much, I do coach one-on-one and as well as personal training physically as well. But going right into what we talked about, calming yourself down, understanding that to calm yourself down, when you got to breathe, you got to get some oxygen, you got to get, that blood oxygenated in order to operate, okay, in any sport or any situation, because you're about to be hyper. You're actually about to go to the next level. You're about to do a little miniature rage. And some of us are doing a big rage, okay? So you need some air to go up in your body in order to help you tap into calming down. And the number two, I said, admit that you're anxious and admit that you're angry. Like some of us don't know. When spit starts to come out and shut up sauce be all over your mouth and gestures and you done broke stuff or you done squeezed stuff. But you have to admit somewhere internally that you are about to sin. And we talked about this in another episode where the Bible says, be angry and sin not. Look it up. Don't be mad at me because I didn't. But be angry and sin not. We talked about that. But, you're about to cross the line, or you have. There's some folk that say they're never gone to bed angry in their entire marriage and things of that nature. And I'm trying to say, some of them I don't believe, because anger is relevant to what you think. That's because they won't throwing stuff and shoes at each other. That don't mean that they won't upset. But anyways, we're talking about you, the one that's upset, and calming yourself down. The last thing I said was challenging your thoughts, okay? Wondering what ifs so much when you're out of control. What if this happens? What did that happen? When did you do this? And you shoot out a beret of questions and you launching investigations into people's lives in irrational ways and moments. And then I finally, on the episode one, and I talked about, can you handle whatever comes your way, when you're in that mode, okay? So we're talking about that. I closed that show with, can you handle what's coming? You done stirred up some stuff now. It was sitting there, and you done stirred it up willingly, voluntarily, or involuntarily. It got stirred up. The whole house shut down because of you, okay? People children done got so scared, they done went and hid in cracks, and the mice done went the mice done went deep into their burrows because they're like, oh, this joker mad. So either you're playing the crazy card or you are actually standing your ground and you're righteously mad and angry. And tonight or today is your day. And everybody gonna hear you roar. Roar! But at that point, when you make that point, and you know that the neighbors are listening to you right on the other side, what do? You got to break it down. Everything ain't got to be war. Every battle doesn't have to be bloodshed, okay? And I don't need you. If you're a star, if you're that good of a player for me, and you're on the field, I don't need you losing it. I need you maintaining. So, yeah, you got that moment. You put it out there that you salty, that you feeling some kind of way. Bring it back. And that's what we're talking about. Kill the calamity. Calm yourself down. Therefore, we're going to transition into this part two. We want to find ways now to release your anxiety and anger. How do you do that? Okay? How do you do that? One, let's look at some physical stuff you can do. And I already said something about it in the first show. Go for a walk. That's right. Go for a walk. Some of you might be on the verge of getting kicked out. Anyway, go on outside anyway. Go on out there and take a walk. And then you might figure out how to get the rest of the money that you're short on, because excuses didn't pay the rent. So you're in there fussing, you're in there arguing, or the children ain't doing right. Somebody done got your goat. Something happened to the car for the third time, and you just tired of it. But I'm still going to need you to calm down, because we got to get you to play well. We got to get you to overcome that resistance. So go for a walk, go for a run, release some energy, tell the kids we're going to ride out and go out to the Sonic and get a doggone slushie or something. Okay? Or go to the water side. That's where I go at. I told my son, if you ever can't find me, I'm going to be by the water. Okay? So you definitely want to know that you can exert some physical energy that will actually help you mentally and release some serotonin and in your brain and some of them feel-good chemicals that you be trying to tap into with all the stuff you drink or smoke or whatever. Going for a run and those nature, things like that can help you calm down and actually help you feel better, okay? And they can be proactive measures too. If you feel, look, and act better, then by all means, that those are things that make a difference. All right? You got to look at things that increase your feelings of anger, okay? Such as if you're hearing bad news, are you going to, you'll be even worse. You got to be a person that can handle what you're going through. So even though you're taking this walk, even though you're breathing, and you're breathing, you might be sitting there like, and you know what's about to happen. You know you're about to lose it. You're about to blank out. You're about to tear something, break something, whatever you're about to do. Or if you go out, you're about to go use again. You're about to go partake of the bad fruit that's out there, or whatever, the cigarettes or whatever you're about to do. You know that you need to put a bridle on that. You had a bridle on that. And how dare you take it off and make the rest of us suffer just because you're trying to feel good in a synthetic way. Okay? So I would say keep your head on. And number five, can you count the number 5 for me? The 5th thing I want you to do is something that you probably didn't think about doing. You don't really do it in high school sports. You don't really do it in the lower children's sports. But when you're playing hardball like you're playing right now, I'm going to need you to put this in your playbook. Visualization. What you see matters, and when you close your eyes, what you see matters. And what you don't see matters. If you don't see yourself as looking good, as feeling good, and being the best that you can. Oh, I hit the mic, didn't I? I'm sorry. See, I got to calm myself down. If you don't see yourself visually healthy and calm and being in the center, the person centered around your circle, that means you're too close to something. You got a problem here. You ran to the problem and you can't see what's behind you. What's behind you. Or you ran over there. Somebody done set you up. They called you over here and they were nice and this, that, and the other. And all of a sudden somebody came behind you. See, you got to visualize yourself in the center where you got your spiritual life in a balance. You got your physical life in a balance. I didn't say balance meant perfect. Spiritual life, you struggling. Physical life, you struggling. Mental life, you struggling. But just have all the struggles laid out the way you're working consistently on a daily basis, and that you're living and you're breaking stuff off every day. You're winning. You're taking a step. Okay? All the money might not be there, but all the wholesomeness and the good-heartedness and the fruits of the Spirit are coming out of your life anyways, regardless of the money. Then the money will just show up when you're exemplifying yourself in your statue. I know it's long overdue for a lot of us. It's long overdue for a lot of us. But I want you to visualize yourself in a good place. How can you do that when you got part of your team cutting the monkey? You know how you do it? Shut your eyes and realize that if you let all the cutting up monkeys and all the negative things that's going on at work and all the negative things that's going on at church and all the negative things that's going on out there in the streets, if you let all of that enter your being, your body, your spirit, if you let all of that simultaneously enter you, you're going to blow yourself up. You're going to blow yourself up. You can't handle it. If ever, you said people are dishonest, if everybody told you the truth, you wouldn't believe it. You would not believe it. I remember I was a private investigator. And I would go out and I would find cheaters, people that was cheating, and I'd sit out there and get my little camera and look and peep, scan, taking pictures and all kinds of cameras, little instant cameras and everything. I had everything. I didn't have a cell phone that did video like that. Then I bring the product to my customer and I show them the picture, pick them up. They had to be developed, you know what I'm saying? You remember that? I don't know if that's him. Ma'am, that's him. Well, that's her. I don't know. I need some more evidence. Is she, I ain't sitting in no hot car all day long. Look, you may not believe what you see on the outside, so shut your eyes so you can see on the inside, so you can listen, so you can understand other senses that are involved in the decisions that you're making. You're making a fool out of yourself if you lost control. So calm yourself down. Calm yourself down and create a mental picture that you can think it through. I'm gonna need, how many of us have learned the truth about something and either we try to save face, we felt like a pure fool, or we ignored the reality and we acted like we didn't even see it and we were just wrong. So we murdered somebody with our anger. We yelled. We hurt a child's spirit when we didn't discipline them in the right spirit of correction. We destroyed some people because we said some mean things. You lost track of time. You lost track of time and you slipped and you backslid into something that was a bed of nails because you didn't listen. Now you're afraid to go apologize. But it was you the whole time. And I'm talking about calm yourself down for ones who have lost control. I'm not telling you to calm yourself down if you're preaching the word. That's a proclamation. You probably got to shake somebody up. You probably got to spit in somebody's face if you work in the military. Okay. You're a drill sergeant. Another one, listen to some music. Catch that praise, catch that music that calms the savage beast. Okay? You and your lady, turn on your favorite song. Just say, forget about the argument, baby. We ain't got to waste our life on that. We won't ever know the truth about that and who's right or who's wrong. In fact, there may not be a right and a wrong. It's just a perception. I'm not a woman and you're not a man. Okay? So you want to crank up some music, all right? And the last thing I'm going to mention is change your focus. Turn your car around the way you're going to forget about them shortcuts. We got GPS now. Turn the doggone thing GPS on because you don't know where you're going. You lost. Admit it. Change your focus and the understanding that life is far bigger than your little finite brain. And I'm telling you, if you're going to play on this team with me, then we're going to have some humility about whether we're right or we're wrong. And we're not going to live in that type of pride. But we're going to win some and we're going to lose some. But in the middle and after the war is over, we're going to have some civility about ourselves. And we're going to calm it down and we're going to shut our mouths and we're going to silently, strategically prepare for the next bout. Coach Garrison, Coach Garrison Office at gmail.com. Look forward to seeing you on the next show. Thank you for bearing with me. I hope you got at least 30 seconds of good nuggets from this show. Come back.